Hello, YouTube. Well, as I'm sure almost everybody by now knows that Senate Bill 1867, which was the National Defense Authorization Act for fiscal year 2012, has passed. But some may not be aware, although I'm sure many are, that contained within S 1867 was Section 1031. And Section 1031 of the bill would give authorization to U.S. military forces to capture and detain indefinitely not only U.S. citizens in any part of the world, but also U.S. citizens on U.S. soil. It also gave provision that these U.S. citizens could not only be arrested and detained, but that there was no trial necessary. All they had to do was claim that you were a threat to national security, that you were a terrorist based upon their definition, and you could be arrested without trial. Understanding the implications of Section 1031, Senator Mark Udall, a Democrat from Colorado, introduced Amendment 1107, which in essence would have removed Section 1031 from the bill. Senator Udall felt that more discussion was necessary and that revisions needed to be made. So he understood that, the defense authorizations needed to be made, but this particular section had to be removed. There's one of the main problems with our government is instead of allowing issues to stand independent of themselves, for example, S 1867, the Defense Authorization Act itself, these people have to attach what's better known as pork to these bills. So you take something as important as the defense authorization, okay, for the upgrade of weapon systems, military pay, etc. That's an important issue, and that should be passed. But they'll attach bogus stuff, such as Section 1031, to a bill they know has to pass so that their garbage gets approved as well. But Senator Udall wanted Section 1031 removed until more hearings and discussion could take place. Well, on December 1st, S 1867 was voted on and passed by a vote of 93 to 7. 93 to 7. The senators had opportunity to review this information. They knew what Section 1031 contained, what it implied, and they voted to approve it anyway. The Udall Amendment, that was defeated. And so, with Section 1031 included, the Posse Comitatus Act of 1878, which prohibited members of the U.S. military from performing law enforcement functions on U.S. soil, has been done away with. Just like in the 1998 movie Deep Impact, the president in that movie was recalling, I think the number was 32,000 U.S. troops. And one of the reasons was to deal with civil unrest due to the economy. Well, with the passage of S 1867, with the inclusion of Section 1031, and the elimination of Posse Comitatus, and the fact that by the end of this year, 2011, Mr. Obama will have brought back some 22,000 troops from overseas, okay, because he's going to involve them in local police actions, okay? You can look for that to happen. And so I just want to say thank you very much to all of the senators that voted for this to be done. So how did those who represent the state of Ohio vote? Because that's where I'm from. I'm from Ohio. Well, Senator Sherrod Brown, Democrat, and Senator Rob Portman, Republican, both voted for S1867. After all, you cannot withhold vital funding for the U.S. military. They have to be able to have the tools to do the job. But when it came to the Udall Amendment, Senator Brown voted for the amendment. Senator Brown was for removing that section until additional discussion could be had, while Senator Portman voted against the amendment. I'm going to go ahead and include down below the various links for this information. And if martial law is not declared before the next election cycle, I hope that you will go to the link which provides the results for not only Senate Bill 1867, the Defense Authorization Act itself, but I'll also provide a link for Senator Udall's amendment. And you can look to see for your own state how your representatives voted. And I hope that if we have opportunity to vote in the next election cycle, those that voted for this lunacy would be removed. That's up to you. And that's even, well, again, see, I don't know why I continue to try to fool myself, let alone fool anybody else. My personal belief is that the voting system in this country is broken. With the introduction of the electronic voting, where there is no paper trail, I believe that they allow the voters to go to the booths and to cast their ballots just to keep them quiet. But I do not believe that our vote counts for anything. I believe that the elite put into office those they feel will do their bidding. I believe that the elite will institute laws that will further their agenda, ultimately bringing in the New World Order. So, vote, because that is our constitutional right, even though we know they're doing away with the Constitution and Bill of Rights. But anyway, do what you can. Research so that you're informed. Tell your friends and neighbors. And pray. Pray. Because in the end, that's all we have. I just had a delicious thought. These people that decided to vote for S1867, and more so those that voted against the Udall Amendment, one day, when the elites have determined that they are no longer needed, they are going to be rounded up like millions of others, and they are going to be put into the detention centers that they have voted for in the past. And who knows if those who are rounded up first are still alive when these senators are taken captive. These senators are going to have to be the cellmates of some. That could be an interesting proposition. You have a great day.